Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? 2 nights in a row, you get my beautiful face. Aren't you lucky? If we're lucky, we're really lucky. We'll get back. We'll see. Um, Welcome in, Jenna. We'll get into that in a little bit. It is not about killifish. Welcome in, Diane. Good to see you. Where's Richard? Welcome in, Nancy from Tennessee. If the decision is vertical or horizontal, the answer is always horizontal. I agree. I did a horizontal only last night because I had a special guest on with me. Um and I wanted to have Zen present, of course. And I don't like the vertical streams. However, the YouTube numbers do. So I do both. I encourage everyone to come to the horizontal if and go to that one and stay at that one. And let YouTube do YouTube and enjoy both. And everyone that matters, just enjoy the horizontal. Welcome in, Stephen. I clicked on the wrong stream at first. Well, thank you for coming to the correct one. I appreciate it. Welcome in, Beto. Good to see you. It looks like we got the fish cord notification, maybe. Let's check this. There it is. Excellent. All right. So I got a few things to talk about. And we'll wait a little bit before we get into the big topic. It's it's a tough one. So what's new with me? Last night I had like I mentioned, I did a pop-up with Welcome in Mike, Fish Tank Bar. Did a pop-up with Emily Bucci and Dee Dee Svinden. And it was the first time in a long time that I've actually had anyone up on stream with me, so it was very nice. The time flew by, which was super nice, and I think we went for over 2 hours, so that was awesome. And they're very nice people, and um, it was just an overall great time, and I really appreciate them hopping on with me. It was a lot of fun. They're good people for sure. Welcome in, Laura. Um, do I have a leak in your ceiling? Something's dripping somewhere. That's for sure. Yeah. Um, Over the last few days, so I uh took off on today's Saturday. I took off on Thursday. I was scheduled off yesterday and today. Um, and it was much needed. And it was good to get stuff done. So Thursday, even though I called out on Thursday, I had to work from home starting at 6 a.m. on Thursday. Um, there was something going on, an emergency at work. So I had to be on the phone, calling people, texting people, emailing people. And that was for like the first 4 hours, probably. That was super busy, 6 to 10. Stayed in bed, which was good. I wasn't feeling the best anyway. And so luckily I did get to stay in bed, which helped. Towards the afternoon, late morning, early afternoon, I did have to continue doing some work related stuff, but I got up and got my day started, and I got a yawn. Ooh, excuse me. Um, and I got some stuff done and started to feel a little bit better. And I concentrate on the backyard, mostly the tubs. Um, and it was beautiful out. So it was a mixture of I called out because I wasn't feeling good and definitely needed a mental health day, for sure. And um, working in the backyard, working on the tubs, it really did help a lot. I set up, so I already had one pop-up tent canopy thingy. I don't know what the technical term is. With a side. So I have my back porch that has a roof. And then the addition, which is the shrimp room, continues out on one side. I have a fence and the neighbors on the other side. Beyond the addition on this side is my backyard and a neighbor over there. So the area from the front corner of the addition to the back door is it's a nice little area that I put up a curtain on the back porch on the neighbor side. I have the two pop-up canopies now with sides on the neighbor side. So from the back door to the front of the addition is enclosed on both sides. There's a gap here and there, but nothing big. And the same overhead. Again, there's a couple gaps, but generally speaking, it's enclosed. I got a it's not Rubbermaid, sun something shed that's like 2.5 feet by 4.5 feet by like 7 feet or something like that. And I put that at the end of it, right next to the walkway. So other than the walkway, it's closed in on all sides. So it's very peaceful and private, which I really like. And in that area is where I have the 4 tubs. I have, roughly speaking, I think it's like a 12 or 15, a 17. Those are the 2 old ones. I think it's a 100, which is the galvanized old one. And then my new 150, which is Rubbermaid, which I love. In them, up until today, which I'll talk about in a minute, I have in the 100, I have gold white clouds, which are doing great. They look wonderful in there. And is there a plant in there? I don't think I have a living plant in there. The 150 probably did not have any fish in it, and it has one plant in there. But I really want to add some more plants in there. I think Dee Dee might be sending me a water lily. I tried putting the old ones in there, and it does not appear that they made it. The 15, yeah, which would be next. The 15 does have a plant. It has two of the ones that Diane got me. Thank you, Diane. I gotta sneeze. Maybe not. And it has regular white clouds in there. The 17 has an elephant ear that Dee Dee sent me. So, and then 2 of them have the little solar light up squirter thingies. The two big tubs have that, which work great. And then also I put in 2 other ginger and plants, maybe? I forget. 2 other plants that Dee Dee got me, I put in the ground, in the flower bed that's in front of that area. And then I ran the blower and cleaned up, and it's really nice. I'm looking forward to it. Welcome in, Cosmin. And yes, I was there. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Then, let's see here. I got in the mail a couple of solar-powered underwater lights. I put them in today. So I'm hoping it will help me see the fish that are in. I got 2 of them, and one of them had 3 Yeah, had 3 lights. So I put 2 lights in the 150, one in the 100, and then the separate one I put in the 17. And the 15, I can pretty much see everything going in there. Not really worried about that one. So hopefully they work. I'll find out tonight, or they might need to charge tomorrow, and so maybe the next day. We'll see. Um, Before I jump into today, yesterday, as some of you may have heard on previous streams and on Facebook, I posted about it, and also Discord as well. Yesterday, for the third time in my life, the first time in probably, I'm gonna guess, 10 years. I went to the range and got a lesson, a class, a one-on-one class. The guy was awesome. He did a great job. He asked some questions, observed me, and to learn my comfort level, my experience, my knowledge. Went over tons of safety stuff, which I really appreciate. And then I got some range time, and I posted the target. I did pretty good. There was a couple that were out of the area, in the white area, and that was because I was doing back to back to back rapid shots and uh, learning trigger control and stuff like that. My goal is to take more classes to learn more about the safe operations of them, um, and then ultimately get my carry certification and purchase down the road as well. Number one for home defense, and number two, as you know, I already do security part time, and I do security part time. And if I got my ARM certification, it would open up tons of jobs, part time and full time. Um, Paying, I've seen jobs posted paying double what I'm making now. And right now, at my part time jobs, I make pretty good money. So that'd be pretty freaking awesome, you know. Today, or let me see here, which killifish are you going to put in your tub ponds? None, because they jump. That would not be smart. Welcome in, KJ. Good to see you. Thank you for commenting on my video. I appreciate that. And do what makes you happy. That's what I'm trying to do. Nancy from Tennessee says, can you add circus style hoops to your tubs for the killifish to jump through? That'd be pretty cool. Will you train them to jump through the hoops? Don't have time for that this year, but I like your thinking, Nancy. You're a smart one. And then let's see here. So today I went to the Mid Atlantic Killie Organization meeting. It was nearby in Delaware. So there's 2 different locations in Delaware that we meet at once or twice a year. This one is the second closer one. Still, it was only 25 minutes. It was Mike T's house, who is on Aquabid Big Fish 55. And so he sells a lot on Aquabid. He has sold at the Keystone Clash in the past. It's been a few years though. Welcome in, Cinnamon. Good to see you. So it was nice to go there, check out his fish room. It's been a solid year or 2 since I've been there. So it was really, there was a couple changes. It was nice to see what he's got going on. I can tell you, I have never seen so many Funderlo Panchecked Gardneri, P82 to be exact, in my life. Multiple tanks full of them. I mean, he's probably hatching 100 eggs a day, and he is selling the crap out of them on Aquabid, and brings them to other club auctions and stuff as well. And then he has he has a lot of rainbows, a couple of display tanks that are absolutely beautiful. So it was really nice to see them. I enjoyed it. And then let's see here. So we did that. Chris Meta. The heck was that? Chris Meta, who streams on Tuesday nights, Meta's Fish Room, brought some of the Jiffy Pete pellets that he got. Holy smokes, Dave Farrell! It is so good to see you. Where have you been? I have missed you. I was talking to Sandy and Bree once or twice over the last couple months. And I miss you guys. I wish you guys would stream again. It is so good to see you. How are you? How's life? How's work? How's the cat rescue? So good to see you. That just made my night. Um, so I lost my train of thought. Oh, he got like a case of Jiffy pellets on sale. So he was handing them out for dirt cheap. Dirt Jiffy pellets, get it? Lisa the Wolf, welcome in. Good to see you. Um, so I think I got a box of them for $3, something like that. It was really cheap, which I like, of course. So that's good. That will encourage me to do some more with the killifish and stuff like that. Excuse me. Mm. Yeah, Lisa, twice in 24 hours. Less than 24 hours actually. So I got those. I got a pack of 100 fish bags. I think it was 4 inch, 3 or 4 inch by yay big for $5, I think it was. So a couple good deals right off the bat. Louise, welcome in. Good to see you. What are we chatting about while I shut down the shop tonight? Well, I highly recommend catching up from the beginning on double time. I don't talk that fast, so it should be easy to understand. And you will quickly get brought up to speed. And I haven't even gotten to the big stuff yet. Um, and yes, thank you for reminding me, KJ, like I mentioned earlier. Ignore the vertical. Nobody likes vertical streams. Everyone come to the horizontal. That's where all the fun is. That's where the good people are. The YouTubes like it when I do the dual stream. It helps my numbers. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I need the watch hours. It's probably going to be another year before I get there, but I'm trying to do what the YouTubes want me to do. So just ignore the vertical. Come to the horizontal. That's where all the good people are. Thank you. So I got the bags, and then of course we had our auction, which I think the killifish auctions are getting better and better. I'm really pleased about that. In the past, there's only been a few items, and half the time not that many killifish. But there were eggs for sale, which was really nice. Not often that we get eggs. I did get some eggs, less than $10. I forget what I paid, but I didn't buy anything for more than $10 today that I can think of. And it was 15 Fundalo Panchex Gardneri Nadir killifish eggs that I got for less than $10. So, realistically, as long as I get a pair out of it, I got my money's worth. Chances are I will get more than that out of there. I think they were bred by Chris Meta's Fish Room. And then, ow, leg. There were lots of plants. I got guppy grass for just a few dollars. Cinnamon, it was the Mako meeting, Mid-Atlantic Killie Organization. And welcome in, Mel. Good to see you. So I got guppy grass for a few dollars, probably. It was probably like $3 or $4. That's it plant wise. Fish wise, I got a pair of the Vienna guppies. Again, if I got anything, it was $10 or less. I don't remember what I paid for everything. So absolutely beautiful pair of Vienna guppies. I'm pretty sure they were from Chris as well. I got 4 to 6. I forget which was which, but I think it was 4 to 6 CPDs and chili rasboras. So we'll round down and say I got 4 of each. And again, $10 or less, which I thought was a pretty damn good deal. So the Vienna guppies, I already had a pair of Vienna guppies, so I put them in there in the same tank as them. The CPDs and chili rasboras, I put in the 17-gallon tub outside because that did not have any fish. I also got a batch. It was definitely more than a pair. I think it was 5. Of I think it was albino pineapple swords, maybe? Are you gonna come up here and say hi to the people? Leave my phone charger alone. No, you leave that alone. Thank you. You can jump up if you would like. Fine then, whatever. And again, that I think they were probably $6 that I paid for them for 5 fish. Not bad. Absolutely beautiful, by the way. So I put them in the 150. And so now all the tubs have fish in them, which is good. And then I got a paramecium culture for $3, I believe it was. And that was also from Chris Met. Oh, the swords. Here he comes. Okay, come over here so people can see you. Okay, hopefully it helps the views. So the swords were from Gary Haas, which was really good to see him. He's not as involved in the hobby as much, but he did come and brought some stuff to sell, and he bought some stuff too. So that was really good. And really good to see him. He's a nice guy. Now, see, if this was Mac, he would stay up here and cuddle. All right, are you gonna sit there? Okay, you sit there. I would prefer you not use everything to scratch your head. Like, I was gonna scratch your head, but what? Okay, well, if you want attention, then why'd you leave me? What else did I get? Oh, I got a paramecium culture. That was from Chris Met as well. However, it was in the deli container with his 3D printed vent on top of it, which I really like those. And it was only like $3. And to be perfectly honest, I'll probably dump it into a not so good container and take it to the Diamond State meeting and sell it there because I don't really need paramecium right now. I have a really good Walter worm culture going. Then he had a bag of, I think it was 6 deli containers with decent ones, thick ones, with vents in them. So I bought those. Because one of my big issues when I try to keep live food cultures is getting bugs and or not having a vent and the it drying out and blah 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 blah. So that was awesome. I was excited about that. I got 2 egg collectors for egg scatters with the vents, the ones that he 3D prints for under $10. And that might be it. I'm trying to think. I think that was everything that I got. So it was a good meeting. I got some good deals. I took 10 yellow Neos because I have a metric poop ton of them. And a bag of Bacopa, a bag of Perscaria, or however you say it, and a Walter Worm starter culture. So overall, I lost money. However, I did pretty good. I got a lot for little money, and I sold some stuff that did okay as well, especially for such a small meeting. But there were a lot of killifish there, which was really awesome. They nothing that I really, really, really wanted, and they definitely, if it was something that I was interested, it went for more than $10, and that was my max that I was willing to spend today. And yes, so that is everything from the Mako meeting. I'm trying to see my whiteboard here. So I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but one of my goals in the upcoming weeks and months is I want to start putting the bigger tanks, at least, on some type of the Devils here. Annette Mac was on camera last night, and you apparently left early, and you missed it. So that's what you get. But he was on camera for quite a bit last night. So yeah, I want the bigger tanks, at least the 40s, the 55, the 29, maybe even some of the 20s. I got a cat here on me. I want to start putting them on some type of water change system, whether it's a semi-automatic or fully automatic, whatever, but something. I know at least the 40 axolotl tank has a bulkhead that's capped off on it. I think I have a couple others that have some type of bulkhead already as well. And even if it means just getting more tanks as they're available that are drilled, and or getting new tanks and drilling them ahead of time as well. But I don't know fully how I want to do it. Do I just want to attach pipes and hoses to the bulkheads and run them to a drain and have a valve or overflow type system, and I just add water? I either add water, it overflows and drains, or put hold on, let me see what's going on here. It's Crypt Keeper. Okay. Do I just want to have a valve that I open, drain water, and add? Do I want to have an overflow where I just add water? And is there something that I can do with technology? Itchy. I think I need to brush him. Is there something I can do with technology to do it from my phone, etc., etc., etc.? I don't necessarily want it to automatically do it every day, all the time. There's Crypt Keeper. Hi. Annette and Jenna, he was sharing pictures of one of his flower beds. He's been doing real life Farmville nonstop. Instead of playing Clash of Clans, by the way, Annette, it would be really nice of you if you would do your raid attacks. We'd appreciate that. And Tim, probably the same for you, because I'm sure you haven't yet either. So yeah. So what I've learned is where I am in life right now with using round numbers, 100 tanks, and working 3 jobs, I think it is. I am doing a decent job of keeping the fish alive and looking good. I am not doing a good job of breeding fish right now. The yellow neos, doing great with them. Other shrimp here and there, live bears here and there, but I'm not doing my full potential because I am not doing water changes often enough. All the tanks are getting water changes at some point in time, more so than ever before, actually. But I know if I did it more often, even small amounts would make all the difference in the world. My thought process is the bigger tanks, if I had them draining and maybe filling while I'm doing the small tanks, I would be getting a lot more done and probably be a lot more successful, which would make me happier. So, my question for the chat, which I have 18 people here right now. Thank you, everyone. That's very nice of everyone. I appreciate that. What YouTube channels have you seen some of the easiest water change systems demonstrated and how to do them? Specific videos would be even better. Let me know what tips you have, what advice you have, whatever, and how to do it. I'm not that good with that stuff, and that's something that I think I need to do. All right, let me have some soda. Let me catch up in chat real quick. We'll go to my next topic. I have people to feed. Scotty stream at a more convenient time, like when the kids are at school, if you want my full attention. I thought you could multitask. I thought women could multitask. Genesis, Scotty fly to Washington and stream while babysitting Annette's kids so that she can devote full attention to your stream. Read the message out loud. I didn't even read the messages. I know one of them was a picture, though. Okay. I don't even have Project Plans downloaded right now. Well, download it, please. That would be nice. Tim would appreciate it. Do you feel like real life Farmville is an accurate representation of what you're doing? He's the one that said it. I've only seen the Dance Fish one, but in person at his warehouse, I can give you any tips on how it works. I bet that's a bit fancier. Scotty's moving west to Annette's live-in nanny. No, if I'm going anywhere, it's going to be Tennessee. Multitasking is a myth, right? All that is over my head, right? I believe it's been neurologically disproven multitasking. I believe it. Oh God! Whoa! What is that button? Open a new window, and it has a QR code. I don't know what that is. Interesting. Huh. All right. Can you just understock tanks? I do. All of my tanks are understocked. Welcome in, Jody. Good to see you. I mean, I have multiple 10-gallon, 20-gallon tanks that are just a pair of fish. Usually Achilles. I have a crap ton of 2.5s that are that case as well. I have a 40 breeder planted CO2 tank that is just yellow Neocaridina shrimp. And I love that tank. I don't want to do anything to it. And the one right next to it is having some issues. It needs some water changes. It needs some love. And I'm going to set that up as a shrimp tank as well, and hopefully have just as much luck as I do in the one next to it. So yeah, all of my tanks have sponge filters for the most part, a couple exceptions. Have a lot of plants or Java moss or guppy grass or whatever, Riccia, so Swastratang, stem plants, whatever, and are understocked, and I don't overfeed. That's keeping them alive and looking good, but it is not getting me a lot of babies. So I need to, I really want to do more, is my goal. Okay, let's see here. Jody came in, and Big Steve is here. Welcome in, Big Steve. Good to see you. Big Steve, my backyard water spigot does not turn off all the way. As long as I have a nozzle on the hose, I'm not leaking any water, but it's definitely constantly feeding. Is that an easy repair that my not mechanically inclined self can do? Do I need to hire you? Can we barter shrimp for services? What do you think? And Big Steve, I don't know how long you've been here. However, I was just talking about wanting to do an auto water change system, and you should do one for yourself if you haven't already, and film it so that we can all learn from you how to do it, because I bet you could do an amazing one. Cosmin says, oh, God, my nose is so itchy now, all because of that evil ginger cat. 10-gallon with single pair gets 4 water changes a year. That's about what I'm doing. Maybe more. I'm probably doing a slightly more than that. But I'm not getting a lot of babies. I think context is important. 10 gallons for a pair of Oscars. Understocked as a pair of chili. That's true. I like Stardew Valley, the game. Never heard of it. I play Clash of Clans. Usually once, maybe twice a day. And I have been doing that for probably at least 6 years, probably closer to 10. You don't overfeed is probably why you don't get babies. But if I overfeed, they poop more and need more water changes. You can do it, but I'd rather help you out. I like that idea. Big Steve, did Scotty outbid you? Jenna, shush! For something you wanted at an auction. Maybe that's the price of your house. Oh, good. What was it? I don't even remember. The overflow box. That's what it was. Big Steve, you come and help me do an auto water change system, I'll give you that back. All right. Let's go into the next topic, which will be a segue into the decision I got to make. That's right, Devil. Sorry, Jenna. I did not mean to tell you to shush. Don't give me that look. I know I'm probably getting the look, and yes, I deserve it, but don't do it. So last night, I think it was, Joey DIY, who I used to watch. I stopped. But he did a good video last night or whenever it was. That I honestly don't see any issue with his video. It was needed. The topic is very upsetting. And apparently the former treasurer of the ACA embezzled close to $1 million over many years. And it continued even after being caught. He's a scumbag. And it's Dr. Tim's products. I've never purchased anything of that, but It's a well-known brand. And it's very sad. What I want to emphasize I always try to stay optimistic and get the best out of things. Let's use this as a learning opportunity for anyone that manages a fish club in any possible way. You should have multiple people that approve expenditures, that have access to the bank accounts, that review the finances, and so forth and so on. It is absolutely sad that such a big and old organization as the ACA did not have that. And why wasn't it completely shut down, accounts frozen, whatever, as soon as it was caught? Like there was additional money taken after they knew about it. Like, what the freak? It's just downright sad. And it's every club, whether it's a tiny club or a big club, should have the processes in place to prevent that from happening. And if you haven't, do it now. This is a prime example of why. I have seen the same thing happen with firehouses. I've heard of it with other clubs in the past. And I have been in the fire service. Okay, I've been in the volunteer fire service for 25 years. Over that now. During that time, at 2 different firehouses, I have functioned as secretary of, in Pennsylvania, they have what's called relief associations, which takes money from the township tax dollars and approves the expenditures for life safety purchases. I was a secretary of that organization for multiple townships. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. One township of a firehouse. I was regular secretary of another firehouse, the one that I've been at the longest. I was treasurer of that firehouse as well, and vice president. And we have, for both of the different firehouses, multiple steps and procedures to prevent that from happening. Multiple checks on a check requires usually 2 signatures. Multiple people have access to the bank accounts and see the activity on the bank accounts. The financial records are reviewed on a monthly basis, etc., etc. Fish clubs. I have been in many different positions for multiple fish clubs. The same thing. I can tell you, for example, that whether I was chairperson of the Keystone Clash, president of the ACLC, or any other position for any of my other clubs, multiple people have access to the bank accounts. Not too many, but multiple, ideally 2. And I could see what the treasurer was doing when he moved money, spent money, whatever. And he could see when I did the same thing as the president or chairperson. And that there was, and we reviewed it on a monthly basis as well. So the processes are there, and they should be. I just don't see how a small fish club can do this but how old are they? 80-year-old organization does not have that process in place that deals with a much larger amount of money. Additionally, why did the ACA have so much money available to be taken? There's one fish club near me that has like $20,000-$30,000 in their bank account just sitting there. I have no freaking clue why. It makes no sense whatsoever. Do more for your members. Lower your membership dues. Do group purchases and cover the cost of shipping and stuff like that. Irritates the crap out of me. I can tell you over the last few years, the ACLC was starting to get more and more money built up because of the success of the club. However, when I was president, instead of letting that money grow, the bank account grow, we kept on doing more and more and more to support the club members. And we would purchase things to do raffles to give away, member door prizes. We did group buys where we covered the cost of shipping. We were still, the money was still going up faster than I wanted to see it. So we started covering like 10% of the group buy as well, in addition to covering the cost of shipping. Do more for your members. It's good to be financially responsible and to have money in the bank account for a pandemic so that you can stay alive. And for capital expenditures, when you need to purchase something for the club to make the club continue to be successful and move in the right direction. Swag, stuff like that. Yes, you have to keep money, but it doesn't need to keep on growing. It's get a bigger venue, whatever. Get a storage unit for your club to store stuff in instead of expecting your members to store it at their houses, whatever the case may be. All of which are things that we did at ACLC when I was president. And a successful club has good auctions and growing membership. The money's still going to increase, which is good. The Keystone Clash. Every year, there was that one year where we did not make a lot of money. We did not lose money, but we did not make a lot. Despite what was put on social media. Anyway, I don't want to go down that road. We were growing, and could have we just had more money in the bank account sitting there? Sure. But that's not the purpose of the Keystone Clash. The Keystone Clash was a fundraiser, hopefully, a fundraiser for the two clubs. So, using round numbers, $3,000 to $5,000 went to both clubs each. Okay, and we had $3,000 to $5,000 as seed money for keeping the event going. There's stuff over the course of the year you have to pay for the upcoming event, etc. And then we would also take a few $1,000s to invest it into the event for capital expenditures. Over the years, we bought trailers that we would use to move the shelving. So instead of having to unload and load the fish show racking every single time, we had trailers to move them. They only cost a couple $100 a piece, but that would be an example. A better projector, etc., etc. And in addition to that, by being financially responsible as an event, we were able to maintain keeping the prices low and affordable for people to attend. Um, the cost of the clash has always been like $75 to $100, with our goal of the goodie bag being somewhat equal or close to the cost of registration. Not having to have a $500 vendor cost for vendors to make it affordable for small businesses and hobbyists to be a part of the event. And you handle the money responsibly to allow that to happen. Now, here's what I don't understand. From what I hear, some of the money that was taken from the ACA was in charitable accounts. Why was that money in a bank account and not in the charity's hands? We are almost 1 year since the last event. So why is there thousands and more than that, I believe, of dollars in a bank account that's for charity? Why is it not in the charity's hands? If they're collecting and raising this money for charity, why is it in their bank account? I don't understand that. And that is upsetting to me. I have never attended an ACA event. I've wanted to. So none of that money is mine. But I would be very concerned about that. And I am concerned about it. And I'll talk about why in a minute. If they have so much damn money, why are, to the point of Annette's post here, those Nancy Bash tickets are pretty expensive. If they have so much money, why is the registration so high? Why are the banquet tickets so high? If they have so much money, then why are they charging the prices that they're charging for all of these events? It sounds like they could potentially have it be more affordable for their people to attend. So I don't understand why they had so much money on hand. That just opens up the availability for something bad to happen, especially when you don't have the freaking processes in place to prevent it from happening. It just really irritated me. But it sounds like they are doing something about it to hold that person accountable. And hopefully they will learn and put the processes in place. I can tell you that if you have that much damn money, you should pay someone to handle your money for you, an accountant. I can tell you the ACLC has paid an accountant to review their books and handle their taxes and stuff like that. If the ACLC can afford it, ACA can afford it. I don't get it. All right, let me catch up in chat real quick. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm way behind. Okay, right around here somewhere. How does a nonprofit even have that much money to embezzle? I talked about that. Not to be confused with Dr. Ted. No, Dr. Tim is a different person. They making it rain. I bet their events were top tier. Maybe. That is filed under other events that had a worse month than the Clash. Yeah. Go ACA. There is no way others didn't know. The treasure should be multiple people, but it's absurd they had that much to begin with. I have never heard of there being more than one treasure, so I'm not sure about that part. However, you could definitely, like I just said, hire a company to help manage your money and to work with the treasurer and to do audits. Um, Being audited is very normal for a nonprofit organization, whether it's a fire service or a fish club. A lot of bylaws say you're supposed to do it. The other issue is a lot of fish clubs have bylaws that do have a lot of this stuff in there that many clubs probably don't follow. Baby oil is expensive. Churches too. I bet he's working overtime to delete any comments about it on his videos. Probably. I had a pastor gamble away about 400,000. Ugh, it's terrible. Maybe people left legacy gifts in their wills. That did happen. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm pretty confident that did happen for sure. But then do something with it. Don't just let it sit there. Cover the cost of registration for your people to attend. Something. Do something for attendees. Do something for your volunteers. Hire a company to manage your damn finances with that money or whatever. Luis says, I still can't understand how they had almost 1 million in their account. Yep. How much is the membership dues? $35 a month, I believe. They could lower it. I wish someone would support me in going to the Bluegrass Bash. You and me both. You'd think nonprofits would have to hover around broke. How do you maintain nonprofit status when you have made almost $1 million? Yeah. Unless, Lisa brings up a good point. I'm pretty confident that some people that passed away left them some money. But still. Has anyone said what effect this will have on the bash? I'm going to talk about that. So everyone going to the bash should sign up under ALA or IBC. Yeah. Sutton Road, welcome in. Good to see you, sir. How are you doing? I'm alive. It was good chatting with you at the auction. Yes, very good chatting with you. Yes, absolutely. I'm not sub to you. Do you do content? I need to sub to you. I can't do it from here, but I need to do that. Yes, and real quick, I do want to mention again. I talked about it last night on the stream, but for those that don't know, I have been nominated and voted in as chairperson of the NEC convention. We are going to have a convention in April of 2027, and it will be in Scranton, Pennsylvania. The contract is not signed yet. It hasn't even been drafted yet. However, the location has been approved. And this upcoming week, I will be working with the venue on a contract for the NEC Board of Governors to approve. So more to come. Janice, wait. Okay. Janice says, Scotty, those groups struggle to work together since you have to choose a club to support. They can't justify people paying less just because they click ACA. But they're different size clubs. Are all the clubs paying the same amount to put on the event? Are all the clubs getting different amounts or the same amount of the profit from the event? What are their splits? I don't know. Jenna says, and I'm sure ACA doesn't want to accommodate the other clubs or sacrifice anything on their end. That's true. There are plenty of nonprofits that have money. Blue Cross Blue Shield is a nonprofit and has plenty of money. Well, that's true. That is true. And depending on the size of the organization, should determine leave my phone charger alone. Obviously how much money they have, but also do something with the money. Big Steve says kind of crazy. All the talks that guy's given his company, him being so involved in this industry, was he stupid or arrogant? Or both? Like Jenna just said. 35 per year. 35 a year. 35 a year. Sorry. I'm guessing no. Dr. Tim's products in the bash bag, right? True story. So here's the decision that I need to make. Do I want to go to the Kentucky Bash, Bluegrass Bash? Here's my thought process. Ow! Stop it! Freaking jerk. God. That was not necessary. Okay, it's charging. So, and not just because of this, but this definitely was kind of like the icing on the cake. Do I want to support in any way a club that has this still actively happening? Or recently, like 2026, in the last 5 months, let it happen? That's number one. And honestly, in the grand scheme of things, that's the lowest reasoning option. Wait, I think I said that wrong. That's the least of my concern, but it is definitely part of it. Here's the other aspects of it. Over the last 3 days that I have spent more time at home than usual, I have found out about 1, 2, 3 additional repairs of some type that need to happen to this house. On top of 2 others. 1, 2, 3 jobs as well. So basically, there's 5 to 10 projects that need to happen to this house sooner than later. And I need time off from work to get them done. Whether I'm doing them or hiring someone, either way, I need to be here. And that's not even to mention the cost. Additionally, at my full-time job right now, things are rough. Business is not great. And other issues. While I am extremely super busy at work, they haven't said anything, but at some point in time, well, actually, they have hinted to. So I take that back, but not towards me personally. But what's wrong? What are you meowing at? You okay? Must be a bug. The way business is, the crap that's breaking, the expenses that they're occurring, the unplanned ones, the unbudgeted ones, at some point in time, positions are going to continue to disappear. I have already seen that happen over the last year, and things are not getting any better. You can be up here, but you better not bite or bite my toes or drive your nails into my skin. Yeah, move it. It must be a fly. So not only is business low, not only is job security not the best, but there's some other things going on at work that are making it very rough and extremely challenging. So that's nerve-wracking for sure. The other thing is, I lost my train of thought. Hold on. So, house repairs, stressful job, uncertainty. The one part-time job, the country club, the hours are all over the place. I'll have a week where I'll get 30 hours, and then I'll have one where I get 8. And it makes it very difficult to budget and plan expenses with that. The other part-time job at the school, I just don't get that many shifts. I worked there the other day, a week ago, for the first time in months. So, sometimes there's a lot of income, sometimes there's not. I was feeling pretty confident that I could swing the bash. However, that was prior to all of these repairs showing up at one time. I'll be able to handle the repairs. And I try to, in life, balance repairs, car expenses, bills, and fun money as well. I spent $30 today, probably, at a fish club meeting. I spent $100 yesterday on a class at the range. No regrets. And I'm probably going to do it again in a week or two. Because it's personal development. And you got to have fun. So, and I've been saving money for the bash as well. But would it be financially responsible for me to go to the bash? The other aspect is, I thought, and it sounded like it was supposed to happen, that work was going to cover some of that so that I could go to Dollywood before the bash. And someone dropped the ball, and it wasn't me. I'll leave it at that. So that aspect's out of it. The other thing is, if I'm going to be so close, I might as well go to Nashville. I love it there. But I want to have money to spend there. I want to be able to go to the restaurant, have a nice Southern cheeseburger, well done, a few beers, enjoy some country music. I would really like to go to the Grand Ole Opry. I've never been there, but it's absolutely beautiful. A lot of history there, a lot of good music there. I really want to go there. And I just can't justify it right now. And knowing that I have these expenses, and these expenses are going to drain the emergency fund. And I just don't know that I should do it. Would I be better off still taking the time off from work, which is already approved? One or two of the days, I think I took a week off. Would I be better off working the part-time job 2 of the days and making a lot of money, doing some home repairs, taking a gun class, and going to the Poconos for a couple of nights for a mini trip? You know, I could probably do all of that for less money than I would spend on this trip. So that is the decision that I need to make. If I have a meeting at work on Tuesday, if it sounds like the Dollywood portion isn't going to happen, that will probably make the decision a lot easier not to go. If they say it's going to happen, then it sounds like that will help me make the decision to go. But yeah, it sucks. I have never been to a Big Fish event that I was not running. And because of the recent events locally with clubs and me, which, by the way, despite what was on some random fish club not even around here's Facebook page, it had nothing to do with money, by the way. I love how rumors spread in this freaking hobby. It's starting to piss me off. But I saw on a Facebook post and some other club, and which one was it? That I'm not in charge of the clash because of money. Yeah, I can tell you it had absolutely nothing to do with that, and I think most people know that. Anyway, I've never been to Annette corrects me. Aqua Show, I went to that. Wasn't that impressed. Aqua Show is nothing like the Bash or the Clash. But it kind of sucks that I wasn't going to be at the Clash. Then it ended up not even happening anyway. And I'm not going to get to see everyone, which really upsets me as well. Oh, thank you, Jenna. I didn't see it. I didn't look. So yeah, it's a tough decision. I'd really like to go to the Bash and see everyone and experience it, but I just don't know that it would be the responsible thing for me to do. If the job security was a little higher right now, I would it would definitely be a lot different, I think. But if not having the uncertainty, it's just nerve-wracking for me. And not only is there uncertainty about how secure my job is, but my desire is definitely not there right now. and you know, getting a concealed carry permit, and experience and proficiency and safety, um, hopefully will open up some options. But that whole process cost money, is nerve wracking, meaning like changing jobs is nerve wracking. Um, and there's the whole health aspect of part of it as well. Um, being if there is if I lose my job or quit my job, um, I got to worry about medications and stuff like that as well. So there is just a lot of uncertainty in life right now. And I don't know that I want to drain all of my accounts and income, between house repairs and a huge vacation. And the bash would be a huge vacation, because it's far away and very expensive. So, I'm thinking that get down. Um, yeah, I'm thinking I'd be better off. I going to the Poconos. I haven't been there in a long time either, and I love going to the Poconos. But going there for a couple nights, is very relaxing. So I think that would be a good getaway. And in addition to that, working one of the part-time jobs or both of the part-time jobs 1 or 2 days that I normally wouldn't be able to give availability for, um, would be really good, and would help the finances, and being able to comfortably get these repairs done to the house. And um I'd still be able to spend some money on me too, in addition to the Pocono trip, um, as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens this week. This week will be the determining factor. Um, there's also some other things that I'd be able to do and go to if I don't go to the bash, um, as well. So, and what I'll say is, if I don't go to the bash, y'all better come to the NEC convention in April so I can see y'all. All right, let me catch up in chat. New local Austin, welcome in, Mike. It's good to see you, buddy. And Jeff Kane, hello. So glad to see you too. I miss your streams, Jeff. I really do. So yes, Cosman was looking at that's my ceiling, my kitchen ceiling. Yeah. I think it's either somewhere it's a bad seal, for lack of better terms. I looked, there's some areas around the bathtub that, what's it called? The grout, I think is what it's called. It's missing the silicone. Maybe it's the drain. Maybe it's a pipe. No freaking clue. And I don't really know how to find out other than to just start replacing and fixing shit, which sucks. Jody P is here. Same offer to you, Jenna. Wait, what did I miss above? I didn't scroll far enough. Ow! That was my hand, you ass! God. No, you should come visit Louisiana instead. We'll feed you. Sounds just as expensive. Jody says, I'll be right there, Jenna. I'll bring ramen noodle salad. I've never had that. Jody, you can visit anytime, of course, as long as we have a heads up for panic cleaning. Oh boy. Okay. And then she says, same offer to you, Jenna. Panic cleaning is by far the most productive cleaning style. That is true. I would love to make it out to Jody's. Jody's, not only is Jody and Sean and the kids amazing people in life, but they have all the toys and the beautiful property. And it would just be so much fun. I don't know about the weather. The crappiest part is like why doesn't Amtrak have an Excella train that goes there? Okay. Just move in with Nancy. I don't know much about Nancy's house. Nancy, tell us about your house. Stop being so bossy to Cheddar and Mac. Max? I don't know where Mac is. Mac, where are you? You must be downstairs. Yeah. He must be downstairs. I don't see him. Alright. God, my nose is so itchy. You only live once, might as well do what you enjoy. I mean, I would definitely enjoy going to the bash, don't get me wrong. Mike says if you think it's close to not being able to afford, don't do it. Yep. Multiple places and times to see friends in the hobby. Just doesn't seem like that much, though. That's the thing. Nancy from Tennessee, adulting is expensive. Ain't that the truth? No mini trip to Louisiana. Yeah, it's not a mini trip, that's for sure. KJ says, man, I'd take a gun class over any fish event. I'm really getting into the guns, but I disagree. I love fish events. I really do. But I'm enjoying learning about the guns, the different types, their abilities, their learning what I prefer. I only did 25 rounds. Yesterday was a safety lesson and gun lesson. And then very little time on the range, but it was still amazing. I enjoyed it. So yeah, are you a pew pew person? I on Fishcord, I in the sharing interest channel, is that what that's called? I'm trying to stir up some conversation. It's not really working. Very little participation, but you should chime in. I'm enjoying learning what everybody has and what they like and why. Big Steve says the second one probably. I don't know what you're talking about there. There's where Jeff Kane came in. Okay. Are they confusing you and Dr. Tim? I don't think so. It was posted a week ago. I didn't know it was that long ago either. So yeah, not that either probably. Aquashella is like the home show of the fish world, but I don't regret going. Yeah, I don't regret going. Met some great people and made new friends. Yeah, I went to Jersey Aquashella last year, and it was good to experience it. I was getting really excited about the bash, feeling kind of depleted now. Me too. Me too. You know, learning that, uh, being confident that I was going to learning I got to do these repairs to the house, which, by the way, this house was a flip. The bathroom was brand new, and the fact that I got a leak is ridiculous. Um, but yeah, that was deflating. Hearing about the embezzling money, Just leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Yeah, it just sucks. Just as who's Dr. Tim? I seen Joey posted something about him. Jeff, if you go to the beginning and catch up on Double Time, you'll hear all about it. I talked about it in deep depth. He is rich. That is true, KJ. Jeff had a lot of catching up to do. Yes. Yes. Big Steve, Louisiana is available for you as well. We have seasonings on our food. Ugh. We talked about that, to be perfectly honest. We were going to invite ourselves. Hell yeah. Is ready to host an event. Yes, that's a good idea. The Jenna Bash. We will entertain, feed anyone who wants to come visit. Just need like 2 to 3 day heads up minimum. Jenna and Steven are an event. Ask anyone. That's true. You're so cool, Jenna. That is true too. I will see what I can do, Jenna. I didn't see a cap on that. Everyone, let's meet at Jenna's house on Tuesday. Oh, God. I'm hoping to start streaming again. He said steaming again soon. The PM stream is dead unless Kenny quits streaming again. Yeah, I don't know. There's plenty of openings, and it's always good to have options. Jody didn't invite you to Iowa, Scotty. You were only invited to Louisiana. Jody has invited me to Iowa many times. Thank you very much. Jody says, I did tell Scotty if he ever makes it out, he can play with the equipment. See? What is this? Oh! Well, KJ, send me a message or a smoke signal or whatever. I would love to hear more about your experiences and what you have or what you've used, and any advice you have. I take this very seriously. I'm not rushing into it. I want to do a lot of research, a lot of practice, a lot of learning. The safety during this is extremely important. I'm a very safety conscientious person, hence my job title, safety supervisor. So, I want to make sure I'm doing this the right way. I'm learning. And it's a big investment as well in the training and in the purchase. So, it's, I have a lot of learning to do. I was not raised around them at all. Like I said, I know this for a fact. Counting yesterday, I have only been to the range 3 times in my life. And besides yesterday, it was twice. One was an indoor range, one was an outdoor range. 5, 10, 15 years ago, we'll say. And that was it. I would venture to say in my life, I have, including yesterday, shot under 100 rounds. So, I live alone. My area is generally safe. 10 minutes down the road is not. And even though I'm in a safe neighborhood, anything can happen. So, home defense is important. Some areas that I have to go to sometimes, I would really like to feel safer. And then there's the whole job career potential as well, which is a big part of it. I saw on Indeed when I was looking around, armed security guard, and it was like $50, $60 an hour. I was like, that's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Okay. Where was I? Let's see here. I post my Freedom Wall in there, but you already saw it. That is freaking sexy. Absolutely gorgeous. I did hunter safety when I was 13, and again, each time the kids turned 13. See? Never ever happened for me. Cosmo says the visuals are new on a house flip, not the innards. Yeah, I think so. House flippers have many secrets. I'm learning that. It is serious, but it seems like you're doing good. Thank you. Damn, shooting 100 rounds up here is in 10 seconds. Yep. It's a lot different in this state, let me tell you. The process that I have to go through just to purchase, I have to take a $200 class full day just to start the process. And then, of course, there's the background checks and all that, which I'm fine with. Just to purchase. Concealed carry, I got to have an article in the newspaper, which costs money. A full day course, that's another $250, I think. Got to go to the courthouse. Multiple references have to be contacted. The list goes on and on. It's probably I think it's about a $400 to $500 process that's going to take 3 to 4 months. Sundays are the only days I can make work with my schedule, and the time availability is 7 p.m. Central until 10 p.m. Central at the latest. Currently, it conflicts with 4 other streamers. You got to do what you got to do. If you got to stream over a person, you got to stream over a person. We need some Jeff Kane in our life. What can I say? I would just pick the one that's not going to affect you as much, or what works best for your schedule. And even if it's an hour stream, it's better than not seeing you at all. I enjoy it. Pop-ups are a different story. Well, do a pop-up then. I'll take you however I can get you, Jeff Kane. Jeff, pop-ups are nice. It's like a reward. Exactly. I get not wanting to stream when others are, but we all can watch replays. Exactly. And I mean, Jeff, a lot of your streams, because you would always stream super late, it was me watching your replay. Jeff says going to Norwalk the other weekend was the closest I ever been to New York City. I do not enjoy the city driving. I agree 110%. Pop up right now and stream over Scotty. Yes, please. I need to do a fish room update live with someone. Got a bunch of new fish to show off. Nice. That's exciting. All right. That is... Oh, salty tanks. I jinxed it yesterday. I thought I had the sand under control. I don't know why or how. It makes absolutely no sense in life. But after 4 days of not having sand move at all in the tank, it moved. If it doesn't get any worse, it's going to stay to how the hell it is. But I did not move anything, and there's no fish in there to move anything either. So I have no freaking clue how or why the sand just magically started moving again on its own. It makes no sense at all. But I have a decent amount of live rock in there. I'm very happy with that. I probably do still want to get maybe 2 to 3 more pieces. The coral are starting to settle in and looking better and better every day. that I moved over from the 13-gallon Flex. I think that's what the Fluval tank, whatever the hell it's. I think it's the Flex, 13-gallon, 13.5 gallon, I believe is what it is. Look who it is. Hi, Mackie Mac. Do you want to come up, buddy? Come on. Come on. Come here, buddy. You a good boy? Come on. Are you going to come up? He likes to come up and sit right here and cuddle. And then he starts slobbering. I have never known that a cat slobbers or drools as much as he does, especially. It's freaking insane. You gonna come up, buddy? You a good boy? He does not really like to be on camera. He got on last night, but he as soon as I end the stream, he'll jump right up. It's crazy. Diane says I have Claro Pleco eggs for the first time. Fingers crossed they hatch and survive. I have never heard of that. What is that? Like what number, or is there a different name maybe? I'm very curious what that would be. Yeah. It sounds like ACM is not having a meeting this month. I think they're having a shop hop. I will not be going to that. Is that tomorrow? I think that's tomorrow, actually. Does anyone know if they're doing anything in June? I'm not much for Fish Club field trips. I just love a good meeting and a really awesome auction. And look, the stream is filled with ACM people right now. We have Diane, Big Steve, and Cinnamon. Guys, when is the next meeting? Next regular meeting? I'm looking forward to it. I really enjoy the ACM meetings. Big Steve wants the Plecos. LDA08. Interesting. I have not. It's a small Pleco. I've not. Huh. Me too. I'd puke if I'm not driving. And I personally just don't want to do all that driving. So it's like, yeah. Yeah. I'm not I do so much driving for work, going back and forth each day. It's ridiculous. Oh, God. It's ridiculous. I got 23 people here right now. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. I'm running out of things to talk about, though. But I've been going for an hour and 40 minutes by myself. I don't even have Dee Dee and Emily on stream with me. So, yeah. This is amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. They're like a dwarf bristlenose. Oh, okay. Interesting. That's the other thing. Like, if I had some type of auto water change system, I could get, like, I purposely limit the amount of plecos I have because they're dirty. They're poop machines, and they require more water changes. There are definitely some plecos I'd like to get, and a lot of times in the auctions, I can get some pretty good prices on them, to buy them, which would be cool. But and I know for a fact with, like, especially my Caradina shrimp, I have some really nice Caradina right now. I have Stardust. I have Pure Red Line, Pure Black Line, Red Galaxy, Red Galaxy Pinto. I think they're the Blue Bolts. I have all of those shrimp, and if I did more water changes on those tanks, I would get more babies. So yeah, it's a pain. I need to figure something out. And honestly, I probably would not do anything in the shrimp room, but if I had something doing the basement water changes, um, I would do more manual changes in the shrimp room upstairs. My L183s are growing. Awesome. Sutton Road says, Big Steve, I heard you did a phenomenal job packing those cichlids for Orange Aquatics. He got me 4 to try for my birthday. Nice. Foxy, hi, welcome. We missed you yesterday. Or Thursday. Cosmin, are the Caradinas proliferating? No, because I'm not doing enough water changes on them. They're growing, they're beautiful, but no, I am not getting much out of them. They're absolutely beautiful, but because I'm not doing that many water changes on them, they're not going crazy. Now, also, I will say part of that is probably because of the temperature. That room, that it has no insulation. I am convinced there is no freaking insulation in those walls, and the temperature of them in that room has not been ideal. So that probably is playing a factor as well. Daniel Velez, welcome in, sir. How are you doing? It's so good to see you. I've had them for 4 years and then finally breed, but Dad kicked the eggs out, so they are in a tumbler. Oh, that's stressful. That is so stressful. Cosmo says, long story short, I gave all my killies to Tyrone Grenade. I have heard his name so many times today. He's a great guy. Great guy. Another reason to go to Tennessee, you know? Met him last weekend on a trip to Alabama. Aren't you freaking lucky? Wow. Tyrone's a really good breeder and a very, very nice guy. I take my packaging seriously. That's funny. You're going to have to catch up on Double Time, Foxy. Exactly. From the beginning on Double Time. I talked about a lot of different stuff, and you would probably like to hear a lot of it too, Foxy, especially. Ice pick migraine kept me from streaming Thursday and yesterday. That sucks. Hope you're doing better. But yes, you should watch from the beginning. Number 1, I need the watch hours. Number 2, we talked about a lot of really good stuff. It's been a really good stream. And I appreciate everyone being here and everyone chatting. It really helps. But not a stabby. Well, hopefully it gets better. And what is Peplin doing right now? Where is he? What's he doing? Tell us all about him. He's a nice guy. You missed Cheddar was on stream. Last night, Mac was on stream. And so was Dee Dee and Emily. Mac's in the hallway now. As soon as I end the stream, he will jump right up on me. It happens every freaking time. He's just being a little shy right now. All right. Do I have anything else to talk about? What's the best way to clean a cat tree? How about that? I don't know if my vacuum can handle it. My albino cories are laying eggs as we speak. I talked about it last night. I've never had cory eggs. Ever. Again, if I had an auto water change system, maybe I could. Lisa says with fire. I should just replace it, you think? Peplin is doing manly things. Can you elaborate a little bit? Is he on his tractor? Last night, Dee Dee was showing us pictures. Dee Dee has a very sexy tractor. I was not expecting that. I was not prepared for that. I liked it. All right. Big Steve has only had cory eggs once. Don't feel bad. That makes me feel a lot better because you are a a kick-ass breeder, Big Steve. So that really makes me feel better. She thinks my tractor's sexy. That is a really good song by Kenny Chesney. I know that song. And if you don't want to set the cat tree on fire, the accessory on the vacuum that is for cleaning fur off couches. I don't think I have that. He has been tractoring. Oh, that's gorgeous. I could probably, if I could figure out a way to get my moving expenses covered, I could move to and let me rephrase this. If I could find a way to get my moving expenses covered within a year, I could save up enough money to afford to relocate to Tennessee. And I would probably be able to afford a home big enough to warrant having a tractor. And I would like it. He's emptying the 75 because my arm is too short. Well, that has nothing to do with the tractor, but that's very nice of him. He's a nice guy. I like him. Now, to be fair, I've never tried. It's always been a passive kind of situation. I don't have enough tank space. Yeah, I've tried and failed. My albino lay eggs all the time. I'm raising 3 batches of little ones. Just rub it in, Diane. Good grief. Just rub it in. I have some really nice corridors too. I used to have the black Venezuelan, the black Schultz. I think that's one and the same. And I really wanted to breed them. No luck. Then I got the albinos. I haven't tried really hard with the albinos, but I have tried. Nothing. I have the Trilineatus, which I really like. I love watching corridors. They're fun fish to watch. But no luck with them. Sturbis, nothing. What else do I have? Bronze, nothing. I don't know if I still have them. I also need to get Jenna here to make an Excel spreadsheet that lists all my tanks and what's in each one of them, and print out labels to put on all the tanks. She'd be a really good person for the job for that. Are you sure you have both male and female Corys? I am not. I am not sure. But I have decent sized groups of them. So if by chance I didn't, that would be really crappy luck. The key is getting the eggs before they eat them. Yeah, I could retire. I would need a sugar mama to do that. But then I could spend more time watching the eggs, watching 4 eggs. Though I did learn, I don't know if I talked about this on stream yet or not. I realized something. I don't really need a sugar mama. I just need someone that gets health benefits for me. I don't need her to make that much money. Because just working my 2 part-time jobs, well, my 1 part-time job, which if I had more availability, I could get more hours there and make even more money. And if I wasn't working a full-time job, I could work more at the second part-time job, which pays really well as well. So between those 2 part-time jobs and giving more availability, I could make plenty of money. That's not the problem. But I would lose health benefits. So, yeah, that's the issue. Cheddar, knock it off. Stop it. Why do you insist on doing that? Where was I? Jenna says, I have faith that you could do that yourself. Not as well as you. Nobody makes an Excel spreadsheet like Genevieve. You have to check tank glass every day for Cory eggs. I have when I was doing the cold water changes, feeding them blackworms, I was checking the freaking tank glass 3 times a day. Nothing. This stream could have been a water change or 20. True. KJ says, laugh out loud. No, Scotty, you want someone for love. Well, yeah, that's important too, of course. Adding another add-on on health insurance is very expensive. Right. So the amount of money she would make is not important. I would want her to have a very easy job, something that is not stressful. And it doesn't need to pay a lot. It just needs to have good health benefits for her and I. It was an extra $500 a month to add Steven temporarily. It's less than half that for me and both children. Good grief. Toonie Loon, welcome in. How you doing? Toonie Loon, how you doing with them shrimp? And there's Steven, and I didn't even get sick during that time. What a ripoff, right? What are you getting into? What is all that noise? Please hold. The cat's getting into something. That's my medicine. Leave that alone. Mackie Mac, you're such a good boy. You're such a good boy, Mackie Mac. You're a good boy. Luckily, they put tight lids on medicine. Freaking cat gets into everything. Not Mackie Mac, though. What are you doing? Are you a good boy? You a good boy? Everyone's just saying hi to everyone. I have a metric butt ton of tangerine tigers. Nice. PRLs are starting to take off. Nothing with the fish bones yet. Interesting. And Toonie, how often are you doing water changes? Just to prove my point earlier that my shrimp are looking great but not doing anything because they're not getting enough water changes. Is it really luck? Is it really, right? I think it is. I really think it is. Cheddar's up to something, and Mac is watching him. Be right back again. I don't trust the cat. What is he doing? Hmm? That is not for you. Even though that pill container has a child-proof lid on it, knowing that cat, he would find a way to get into it, take all the medicine, and have to go to the vet. All right. let's see. Once a month-ish. Slightly more frequent than me. What temperature are you keeping them at? Maybe that's what it is. Cats will find trouble when daddy is streaming. Ain't that the freaking truth? Or sleeping. Or sleeping. That's the other issue. 27 people. Holy crap. Oh, I need to find something to talk about. Foxy says, Cinnamon, I posted some models on Facebook. This year's batch has some extra fancy cuties growing up. I need to move the Lottles, the babies, the two babies, to the 55. But I need to get hides for them. Foxy, can I put them in the 55 without having hides? Yeah. Yeah, I don't have anything in there. And I'm trying to think. I don't even know if I have any PVC I can put in there. That's big enough. Maybe I do. Room temp right now, it varies between 70 and 73. Do I have a thing in there? Oh. Is All Things Fish streaming? Or is he just messing with me? What was it? Oh, temperature. That's what I was looking for. My shrimp room is currently 69.3. View more. Month. So the temperature fluctuation in this room is ridiculous. On what day was this? I don't know how to read this. Okay. On May 4th, it got up to 72.2. That's not right. May 6th, it got up to 76. There we go. But yet on May 3rd, it was 66. That's a 10-degree difference. That fluctuation can't be good. Okay, let me scroll here. Are you putting them with the big guys? No. So the one adult is in a 40 by him or herself. The wild baby and the Lucy baby, I want to put together in a 55. I need to go check out Foxy's website. I have not checked it out in a while. Thank you for reminding me, Toonie. I still have to post individual faces on the website. Yes. And here's one of the glows. Nice. Yeah, I have the Lucy and the baby, and the wild, I mean, that are, I guess they're not babies anymore, they're juveniles, but you can, but hide are highly recommended. Yeah, I'll definitely get them. I just don't have anything right now. There is Java or guppy grass in there. But I don't think I have anything else in there. I'm trying to think if I have any caves or anything I can put in there. I'm not really thinking of anything that I have. But I can get them. That's easy enough. I just haven't done it yet. Yeah. Now the ginger's sleeping. Where's Matt? Are you in here, buddy? Nope. Must be downstairs. What did you end up from the Norfolk auction? I did a stream about it. I don't remember. Let me click and find out. I got quite a bit. One lot. Here we go. Garden of Eden gift certificate. I need to use that. I forgot about that. I got the Knife Live Bears, Java Moss, 2008 journal, Jaka Killifish Journal, 2007, the whole year, or most of the year, I think. 2 pairs of Fundamental Panchex Gardner Gold, Water Sprite, Pseudotropheus de Masoni. It was like 6 of them. They're a beautiful fish. I'm really enjoying them. And that's it. That's good stuff. Or StreamYard there. Terracotta pot broken in half makes 2 caves. I can do that. Though I don't know if I have a big one. I could probably. I'm sure I do. I think I know where I might have one. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. All right, everyone. I've been streaming for 2 hours. That's crazy. But chat was hopping, and I appreciate it, and that's what makes it happen, and that's what makes it easy. So thank you so much. When am I streaming next? I am not streaming Monday. I am not streaming Wednesday. I'll be playing D&D Tuesday night on Chris's channel. So next time you'll see me is possibly, no, not Thursday night. There's too many streams Thursday night. Maybe next Friday. I'll try to do some shorts in between. If everyone can please watch my shorts, I'd appreciate it. And that's all I got. All right. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to play my outro.